a final dawn breaks, cascading down snowy mountains. It is the final time the inhabitants of this land will see the sunrise for the next 6 months. Life has been peaceful for this herd of Edmontosaurus. They have occupied this corner of land for the entire warm season. Free of predators, the herd has grown significantly. Among them, a small cluster of ornithomimus take comfort in their presence. Daisy, a young, inexperienced female, has had her first clutch of young late in the season. Thanks to her efforts, 5 new lives have joined the herd. But these hardy hadrosaurs know it takes a village to rear young. The entire herd is attentive and watchful over the young. And so, this newfound mother is not alone. The juveniles are inquisitive and full of energy. They spend most of their time playing with other herd members. But the harsh winter season will soon be upon them, bringing many challenges along the way. Drifter, father to Daisy's young and lead bull of this herd, will be the one to guide them through their migration. It is a yearly pilgrimage he has done countless times before. But for now, the herd basks in sunlight's final moments, at peace before the long road ahead. The sun takes its final plunge behind the Rocky Mountains. Night begins to blanket the land. And with it, soon follows snow. This is something Drifter has seen many times before. The same can't be said for his young, who tonight experienced their very first snowfall. At first, they are unsure what to make of it. But it doesn't take them long to indulge in a bit of play. Older members of the herd need no reminding of what this snow entails. The winter months are now among them, and soon vegetation will become scarce. This has yet to become a reality for the juveniles among them. For now, it entices them to play and socialize, unaware of winter's devastating effects. It's not long before strong winds build, tumbling down the near mountains. The effects of a blizzard come into full swing. Normally, the herd has more time to prepare, but winter seems to have other plans. Within a few hours, the landscape has changed, burying vegetation under mounds of snow. One commanding bellow is all it takes from Drifter to set the herd in motion. It is time to leave. Passage to the south is anything but straightforward. The first obstacle to await the herd is the mountain pass. The juveniles are not accustomed to steep inclines and high altitudes. This is their first rite of passage. A rite of passage where many have perished during their first year of life. Had they waited to begin their migration, the mountains would have become inaccessible, trapping them within the grove for the winter, without sufficient food. Though they tire, they continue to travel for hours, well beyond the night. Though the sun never rises, winter days are not truly dark. A pale blue twilight washes across the horizon, a brief glow born from a sun just below the world's edge. In these dim hours, the herd stirs, guided by light that never quite becomes day. With Drifter's guidance, even these bipedal theropods have decided to follow the herd's migration. Because of his diligence, Drifter has successfully led the herd over the mountain pass. A thick forest awaits them below. There, fresh water and some scattered vegetation await them as a reward. It won't sustain a herd this large for long, but for now, they can't complain. But Drifter is on edge. Thick woodland often conceals predators laying in wait. This is something he knows all too well. So, he patrols the tree lines to ensure the safety of his herd. The young are eager to explore this new land, while those who are older are eager to rest. These tagalongs may seem insignificant to a herd this size, but they do have function. Skittish in nature, they act as sentries for the herd. They would sound the alarm at the first signs of danger. With them on guard and a lull in the storm, Drifter finds a moment of peace, an opportunity to finally rest easy. Daisy continues to keep a close eye on her young, ensuring they don't venture too far into the woodlands. The herd is in high spirits. None were lost on the mountain pass. Even some adults can't help but share their excitement on such an achievement. But as the winter storm resumes, Drifter calls to the herd. It is time to press onward. And when Drifter says it's time to go, it is time to go. The herd quickly thins amongst the dense forest. Navigating amidst these conditions is no easy task. It is all too easy to become separated and lost. They call to one another frequently. It is their best chance at keeping tabs on one another's locations as the snow continues to blind them. Their bellowing cries have not just benefited them, it has piqued the interest of a pair of nearby Nanuqasaurus. Nicknamed Polar Bear Lizard, this winter landscape is their playground. It is the top predator of the Arctic, and they are closing in on the herd. A brief moment of twilight blesses the herd once more, allowing them time to gather their bearings and to finally find their way out of the dense forest. One by one, they make their way out of the tree line, their march only coming to a halt at a river's crossing. Drifter roams the river's edge, looking for a shallow section to cross. The river may not look like much, but underneath its calm surface, a rapid undertow lurks. It is vital he finds a safe section for the herd to cross. With an average adult weighing 5.6 metric tons, Edmontosaurus were no natural swimmers, and the smallest among them could be swept away by the river's current. Once he is satisfied, he has found a safe section to cross. He bellows to the herd, beckoning them to follow. With Drifter's encouragement, the herd soon follows with careful steps. One wrong move could be catastrophic. All but one has crossed to the other side. Little Nova, the youngest of her 5 brothers and sisters, cannot bring herself to cross. The herd calls to her from the other side, offering encouragement. But what she needs most is her father, who doesn't hesitate to run to his daughter's aid. It is Drifter who shows her the meaning of bravery, offering an affectionate nuzzle to encourage his young that the passage is safe. She takes the plunge, making it safely to the other side. But someone's been watching, waiting for an opportunity. Drifter knows that if he crosses the river now, he risks not only his herd, but the lives of his young. He leads the predators to the trees in hopes of losing them. His young and the herd call out to him anxiously. But these hungry predators are more than happy to follow him. The female has provided a perfect distraction. Her mate is ready to strike from the rear. Drifter runs for the trees, his herd watching on helplessly from the banks of the river. The herd calls out, waiting anxiously for a response. But that response will never come. It is a devastating loss for the herd, who must now carry on without their leader. And his young must carry on without their father. Days have passed. The herd has navigated miles of terrain, now finding themselves in the middle of icy tundra. It is a harsh landscape that offers them no food nor shelter. Hope has dwindled, and the young grow weaker with every passing day. Unexpectedly, it is Daisy who rallies the herd and bolsters spirits. With no clear leader among them, it is now on her shoulders to guide the herd to safety for the sake of her young. She knows not all hope is lost. They just have to keep moving. And so, she leads by example. The herd sentries have sounded the alarm. They are being watched. Two familiar faces have followed them into the open tundra, keeping a close eye on the herd. But there is safety in numbers. These predators are less likely to attack when the herd sticks together. The herd calls out to those who are further. If one lingers away from the herd, they run the risk of being targeted. If they stick together and fight their rising panic, they stand a chance. With the young protected at the center of the herd, they move carefully into the night. They have climbed mountains, waded through thick forest, and navigated through blinding snow. An annual migration that tests them as a herd and as individuals. It is a journey that demands everything from them, some at the cost of their lives. The odds had stacked against them, but through perseverance and the rise of an unlikely leader, they have made it to the south. Here, among the sprawling red woods, they will have more than enough to eat. Life's pace shifts once again, slowing so that moments can be savored. The delicate balance that is life continues, ever forward. In these Arctic lands, predator and prey are bound together in a cycle that is older than the snow itself. Here, life is shared, each life supporting one another, each death sustaining a new generation. A father's sacrifice and a mother's unwavering devotion ensure future generations. The circle of life continues. Beneath the first quiet snow, a new story begins. Born from loss, shaped by love, carried forward on Nova's steady steps.